Good morning. We made it. It's Friday, the 18th of November, in the heart of the Riverbend, 9 o'clock on the dot. And we got a great show for you lined up today. We got Alton Athletic Association, Amy Lombardi, Madeline Eades joining us in just about 10 minutes or so. And then we got Tall Oaks Barn Venue joining us out of Brighton. They have their second annual Christmas event coming up, so we're going to hear all about that in the 10 o'clock hour plus. At about 10:30 or so, the Macoupin Art Collective, which has a ton of great events going on just up the road from us, is going to be joining us to talk about their winter activities and everything else. And in between, it's going to be a great show. Glad you guys are here with me. If you want to be a part of the program, you can. 618-759-7469. That's 618-759-7469. Right now, though, you know, I was going to start off with this big diatribe thing and open up Friday with being, really in the mood. But you know what? I don't know how you guys are feeling, but it is brutal cold out there. I, right off the bat, I was sitting there driving by all the, people working on, whatever they're working on West Delmar by Gilson Brown, and driving by, and all those guys are out there on the roads already. And I thought, man, it is so great that I get to work in a studio. I mean, I couldn't last. I really couldn't. I got 128 pounds keeping me insulated here, folks. So I really I wouldn't be able to do it. Anyway, right now I want to take you to the news around the Riverbend. And you guys can sign up for the daily email update and join over, get this, 60,000 people signed up for the daily email update around the Riverbend is in your inbox around 7:30 a.m. So that way when you go into work, you actually know what's going on in the news cycle. You don't have to go search for it. It's all right there. All the big stories, whether it's nationally, at the statewide level, or here locally, we got it all covered. Plus, sports too, and also Luis Noya will be joining us at some point in time. Wanted to take you through, though, some of the news going out this morning. Dan Brandon reporting that Bethalto Police Department has received a $3,150 donation for the department's Christmas for All event. Jared and Tabitha Clockenkin came into the Bethalto Police Department yesterday unprompted and announced that they would like to donate to the Bethalto Police Department Christmas for All event. Bethalto Police Chief Mike Dixon said the Bethalto Police were nearly overwhelmed with their $3,150 donation. And last year, Chief Dixon was quoted as saying, "We raised more than $17,000 and were able to help more than 75 children in Bethalto, Morrow, Meadowbrook, and Cottage Hills and the surrounding areas have a Christmas they'll never forget. Hope to help as many more this year. To do that, we need your help." Dixon continued and said, "We are currently accepting requests and or receiving recommendations from the public of Bethalto area children and families who could use this assistance this year in meeting their holiday needs. All requests, recommendations, and donations should be made through Chief Dixon via Facebook Messenger or email mdixon@bethaltopolice.org, in person at the Bethalto Police Department by calling 618-377-5266 with the extension of 7, or you can mail it to Bethalto Police Department, CO, Chief Dixon, 213 North Prairie Street in Bethalto, 62010. Thanks to everyone who supports this amazing program, which provides those most in need in the Bethalto School District and region during the holiday season. Chief Dixon was quoted as saying another police department had another donation too. Grafton Police Department has great appreciation for a $2,500 donation from Mustache March for PD campaign. In Grafton, the Riverbend Police Departments received gratitude donations last night at the annual Mustache March for PD Committee Appreciation Award ceremony. A total of, get this, $40,000 was equally divided into checks payable to each of the Riverbend law enforcement agencies. The Grafton Police Department received a check for $2,500. Police Chief Eric Spanton and Mayor Mike Morrow received the check. Quote, "You don't know how much this money means to small departments such as ours," end quote, said by Chief Spanton. And this money will go a long way to help those in our community in need. Sitting at the table with the Grafton PD and receiving checks were Sidney Wagner from the Jersey County Sheriff's Office, Sergeant John Lawson, and Officer Jake Shane from the Jerseyville Police Department as well. Committee President Steve Schwagel and Vice President Tina Bennett presided over the event. evening's events. The mission of the Mustache March for PD is the continuous raising of funds for local police departments, utilizing volunteer groups of dedicated individuals. Their goal is to steadily increase the amount of assistance available to the local agencies and increase a pro-law enforcement community. The Mustache March for PD is an official 501c3, and you can learn more about this charitable support agency at their website, mustachemarchforpd.com, and definitely great to see. Ameren, Illinois has announced officer changes. Yesterday, Ameren, Illinois announced the appointment of 2 officers and the retirement of 1. Patrick Smith Sr. has been named Senior Vice President of Operations and Technical Services. Smith will lead electric and natural gas fields, including subtransmission and distribution of maintenance, engineer design, safety and training, reliability planning, dispatch operations, electrical and natural gas emergency response, and construction services for Ameren. Smith's appointment is effective as of the 16th of November. Smith holds a Bachelor of Science in Industrial and Organizational Psychology and an Executive MBA from Washington University. David Wakeman, as the Senior Vice President of Operations and Technical Services, he will retire at the end of 2022. Wakeman has held numerous leadership positions in his 40-year career with Ameren before serving as the Senior Vice President of Operations and Technical Services for Ameren, Illinois in the last 2 years. Throughout the remainder of the year, Wakeman will work with Smith on transitioning operations and lead special projects for the Ameren, Illinois Executive Office. Wakeman holds a bachelor's degree in electrical engineering and an MBA, both from Washington University in St. Louis. He is also licensed professional engineer, and Greg Gilson has been named Vice President of Electric Operations and Distribution. Gilson has more than 40 years of experience with the company, serving in a variety of roles, including most recently as the Senior Director of Electric Operations and Distribution. Under Gilson's direction, the company has made significant improvements in safety, storm response, power outage restoration, and field communications. He holds a civil engineering degree from the University of Illinois and an MBA from Bradley, and it's definitely great. So congratulations on all those appointments, and hopefully you guys do just as good a job as your predecessors have done. But we got a great show for you today, and that was a look at your top of the hour news. And anytime you want to weigh in on the text line, you can do so. 618-759-7469. That's 618-759-7469. But I was going to ask you this question, and I'm serious. There's some jobs that I just couldn't do. I'd rather, if I had the option of, you had to work construction in the wintertime, or, you're going to, let's just say you're going to go off to some, jail or something. I would say take me to jail. I don't know how you guys feel. Tell me what your guys' one job is that you just would beg God not to give you. You know what I'm saying? Because I drove by those guys today, and let me tell you, it was one of those things where I actually breathed a sigh of relief in the morning instead of, a sigh of anxiety. It was really cool. But anyway, yesterday, I got to tell you guys this. I was thinking about not telling it, and then I thought, you know what, might as well. So, listen, I may or may not have, done something not very good, okay? Yesterday morning, I was driving into the studio, and, I was driving down Christian Hill like always. It's my favorite part of the drive, and I'm sitting there, I'm driving there, and all of a sudden, this guy's pushing his leaves out, and there's a car behind me, and he's kind of, wanting to get in a little bit of a hurry, so I speed up a little bit, not too fast, like 30 miles an hour, and, anyway, so I'm driving by, the guy's pushing his leaves out. The moment I drive by, the guy's leaves that he just pushed out into the road get flown back right into where he just had pushed them from. And then the other car came in and and pushed the leaves even more further back into his yard. It was hilarious. Anyway, the guy started yelling, and I felt really bad. But how many of you have been in that situation? Because I'm normally the guy with the broom. I'm normally the guy with the broom that has to sit there and yell and ask God why he's doing this to him. He just wanted to go out and push his leaves, and for once, the first time ever, I was the guy on the other end of it that was causing the issue. And I felt kind of bad, but honestly, it's just one of those where it hits you the wrong way and you start laughing and you can't stop. And then the guy behind me driving thought it was funny too. So I think he and I probably need to go to church. Anyway, it's 9:09 in the heart of the Riverbend, downtown Alton. On this, 18th day of November, we got a great show coming up. Next is the Alton Athletic Association. Amy Lombardi, Madeline Eades are going to join us to share with us what they're working on. And just want to highlight them because they have really brought back the Athletic Association bigger and better, and really proud of all the work they're doing. And then, like I said, coming up 10:10, Tall Oaks Barn Venue, they got their second annual Christmas event. We're going to learn all about that. And then in the 10:30, we're going to talk to Macoupin Art Collective and find out what we can go visit, take a little bit of a day trip, not even a day trip. Go drive a half hour up there and see what they're all about. It's definitely a lot of good conversation today. I'm really glad that you're here with me. Our week's almost over, and it's almost time for fun, but that's at 11 o'clock. So anyway, we're going to take a quick break. We'll come back. Alton Athletic Association right after this.
When it comes to the C-Force line of ATVs, there truly is a seat for every behind. Whether you want to get started with the easy-to-ride C-Force 400 or ride with the big boys on the C-Force 800 XC, you'll find the right machine for you and your wallet.
Insurance agency, providing quality products with extremely competitive prices. As an independent provider, we source multiple companies to offer the best rates possible, covering auto, home, business, and life insurance. Our goal is to provide quality service that meets and exceeds customer expectations. You can rest easy knowing the Macias team is working round the clock to ensure that both you and the most important parts of your life are covered. Our qualified professionals make the insurance process easy so you can live carefree and focus on what matters most. Visit MaciasInsuranceAgency.com today to find out what our team can do for you.
You won't find a better health club than Nautilus Fitness Center. More cardio, more free weights and equipment, more classes, a swimming pool, and more. If you're serious about your health and want to make a change, then stop thinking about it and visit Nautilus Fitness Center on Industrial Drive in Alton. Don't fall for the hype you get from the other health clubs. Nautilus is the Riverbend's premier health club. Has been for years and will be for years to come. Get to Nautilus Fitness Center and get started on a healthier new you.
Are you in the market for new flooring? Look no further than Ed Eagles Discount Carpet. Ed Eagles has an enormous inventory of carpet, tile, vinyl, and hardwood with professionally trained carpet installers that will treat your project and home with the utmost respect. Lowe's and Home Depot can't even compare. Our discounted prices regularly beat out the big box stores. Stop by today to have your new flooring ready for the holiday season. Ed Eagles, quality carpet, tile, vinyl, and hardwood at discount prices, located on Humbert Road in Alton.
I just got a new air conditioner. Top of the line.
I bet mine's better. It's so efficient and quiet, I hardly know it's running.
I've got you both trumped. I've got a Linux.
So do I.
Barrett Heating and Cooling carries Linux products to meet any budget. Don't gamble with your energy dollars. Call Barrett Heating and Cooling and start saving today.
Lennox. Innovation never felt so good.
For the biggest selection of pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs in the Riverbend, visit AltonToyota.com or stop by their location on the Homer Adams Parkway in Alton. Winner of the prestigious President's Award, Mungan Burkhardt Alton Toyota knows how to treat their customers, and they will help you find the vehicle that is perfect for you. For years, Mungan Toyota has been a fixture in the Riverbend, and now Mungan Burkhardt carries the tradition. New name, but the same great service you've come to expect.
Has free checking become a thing of the past? Not if Liberty has anything to say about it. With 3 free personal checking options and even a free business checking account, Free is alive and well at Liberty Bank, the local bank that gives you free checking choices and more cashing in your pocket. Bank locally, bank Liberty. For more information, visit www.bankliberty.com.
RiverBender Radio has built 3 great new stations just for you in the Riverbend. The Eagle, the Riverbend's classic rock station. The Bridge, hit music for the Riverbend. And The River, today's country, and all your favorites. Check them out today at RiverBender.com.
Where you've heard about love and giving sight to the blind. My baby loving cause the sun to shine. And she's my sweet little thing.
Here we go, 9:14 in the heart of the Riverbend. We got a great show for you. Alton Athletic Association joining me now. Amy Lombardi, Madeline Eades, President and Secretary of, the Revived organization. You guys have done a great job of bringing this back. Banners around town to really promote our student athletes. Thank you guys for your time.
Thanks for having us on.
Well, take us through this. I mean, when did you guys become a part of the Alton Athletic Association and kind of take over the reins?
Oh, goodness. Last fall.
Well, but I've always been
kind
of a part of it.
Mm-hmm.
but over the years, it's just kind of fizzled out a little bit.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, Amy works at the school, so she's involved in the school already. I actually just attended my first meeting last fall, courtesy of filling in for the tennis team. And when I walked in, it was just Amy and Craig Lombardi sitting there, and the athletic director, Chris Kucineric, and I think our treasurer, Corey Gallivan, and me. That was pretty much it. I looked around, I thought, where are all the people?
Wow.
You know, what's going on here? And we found out really it was just about done. There wasn't a lot of money. There wasn't any members, you know, due to COVID. So there we were, and the Lombardis had the great idea to bring in music trivia.
Oh yeah, so that was a great idea because I was telling people I had the most fun. I was over at and I hate to say this, but I was at a bar in Florida and they started doing a music trivia night. I could go there like every week. That's so fun. And how many of those have you guys tried to are you going to utilize more of these events too? Because you've always had a knack for coming up with some pretty cool ideas.
It's going to be an annual event that I think we're going to keep around.
This year it's February 18th.
Mark
on the calendar.
Yeah.
And it will be right now at Hilltop Auction House.
Oh, nice.
That's where we had it last year. It was great. It was a great facility.
Yeah, I actually think we oversold a little
bit.
Didn't
it was very crowded.
We were actually stunned how many people really wanted to get in on the music trivia.
Well, I asked you this too, Madeline. I think that when you were on about a week ago or 2 weeks ago, was it Jesse that got you, Macias that got you into this meeting in the first place? There you go.
Macias, tell you what. So he, you know, each team is, you know, in a dream world, supposed to have a representative attend the meetings if they can't attend them. He's really great about being involved and trying to get his parents involved. So I was, you know, more than happy to step up and attend one of the meetings. I didn't realize at the time that, you know, a couple months later I would be the president. It was very accidental. I don't know how this happened. You know, I still, you know, look back and I'm like, I don't know how I got here, but. You know, it's been a whirlwind, and it's been a great time, and the Lombardis are amazing to work with, and I couldn't think of anybody better to be involved with.
No,
it's definitely a team effort.
Well, and that's where I was going to kind of transition to because, you know, Amy, you've been through the Alton Athletic Association to see these changes, and take us through this kind of transition of, well, we didn't know what was going to, you know, be going on, if there was anything in the future for the organization, and now you guys have a great team that's really coming out strong and showing out for all the support for the student athletes. How did that transition happen, and what's the morale of the group now compared to where it was a couple of years ago?
Well, as Madeline said, there were very few people at the fall meetings this past year, last year. Yeah. And it was crazy because in the past, I know the Athletic Association was a really big thing.
Right.
They did a lot of community events. They supported all of our athletes. And then COVID came, and it just hit us really hard. And in fact, Chris Kucineric, our AD, was thinking about having to dissolve it because there's just no participation. And he was having to take on a lot of the responsibility himself. So when Madeline stepped up to be president, and I was secretary, and we now have a vice president, John Tudkin. Corey Gallivan is our treasurer. He does amazing work. We've just brainstorm different events and things, and we could bring trivia back last year, and we were able to bring back our golf tournament.
That's a huge thing.
Yeah.
Now, the golf tournament is my favorite event.
Because you went to Alton High, so you probably maybe were one of the athletes that went to the golf tournament too.
And I actually got the privilege of sponsoring it once or twice whenever I had the delivery company. I love it. It's my favorite event. And, you know, I got to ask you, though, with these banners, I mean, we normally see some type of, you know, student, you know, I guess, you know, symbolize in some way with the association. You know, I look for it every year, every other year. But this is a little bit different. I mean, this is every student athlete, it looks like, or the majority of.
Well, we have quite a few
not
athletes.
Everyone.
But so basically there are 100 and almost 130 polls that we've identified. So, of course, we couldn't put everyone up there, although we wish we could.
Right. Although I do think that over time, most of our athletes will have a chance to appear on one of these banners at some point.
Now, can I and think that's what we talked about last time. You guys were still, you know, growing it, but man, she was telling me you guys had to spend like all day putting these things up and getting
days,
these
weekends. Yes, weekends.
Well, and how do you
From
guys
dawn till dusk?
Yes, we definitely. I mean, we went all out for this. And
you did.
We just really,
we wanted to knock it out of the park. We wanted to get it done. We wanted it to be up as soon as possible. Just really, the project is about, it's a diversity project. Everyone's included in this project. You have, your state qualifiers, and you have the kids that maybe don't meet any of those criteria, but they still matter. They still show up to their practices.
Right.
They still put their time in. Our Special Olympians,
Oh, yeah,
they
that's
matter.
a great
they
idea.
are on there. I mean, so it's a little bit of everybody. Every, team that, is part of the IHSA, is represented on these polls in one way or another. But really it was about just showing the value that we have for our athletes and how, we really believe in them and we want to embrace them, and we really want to keep them in this community. We've got some great athletes, but we want to show them that they mattered. And how do we do that? Well, we're going to display them around town and make some little local celebrities out of our amazing athletes and show the community, what we have to offer, and to get them to come out and support our athletes.
Absolutely.
To get some Redbird spirit back in the community.
Right. And that's, Madeline and I were talking about that when she was on a couple weeks ago. It seems like for a while, like the Friday night lights were a real thing in town, and everyone was at West. And then like a couple of years ago, it seemed like even before COVID, it was starting to dwindle out a little bit, and there was not really this enthusiasm. But it's coming back pretty darn.
It is.
And
Friday nights at the stadium are pretty packed.
They
are.
And the Derby game that I had the pleasure of broadcasting was filled to the brim. Yes, filled to the brim, and everyone was there. I mean, it's like you look down in the crowd and going, "Wow, I should be down there."
We missed out on so much.
Yes.
Not being able to have fans and participation.
But West is a gorgeous stadium.
Oh my God,
and honestly, it's a gem in this town. I don't think, if you have not been out there, you absolutely should go out and attend a game, because the stadium itself is just really eye-catching. It's beautiful. So, I mean, if you're sitting around on a Friday night, during football season, go out to the game. Take your kids out to the game. Take your grandkids out to the game. I mean, it's a really cool thing. It is. And, we have concessions by our concessions manager, Shelly Cowan. She provides some amazing things, and she works really hard. There's a lot that goes into the Athletic Association that a lot of people don't realize that we do. It's the concessions for the games. It's the spirit wear,
and by the way, the spirit wear, I don't know who's in charge of that, but it is looking really, really good.
We go through Schwarzkopf
Oh,
printing.
do you? It looks great.
They set up all of our stores for us. It's awesome. And then we have spirit wear that we have on hand that we sell at games out of our concession stands.
The Peck and Scratch shirt is still my favorite shirt.
We brought that back.
in your era.
We brought it back,
my
actually,
favorite.
this year.
We have hoodies now if you're
Do you
interested.
really?
Yes.
Oh, I got to get one. I
That's
really
right.
do. Well, I got to ask you this. Well, I'll ask you the serious type of question first. Do you think the pandemic and people being away and not being able to go out, do you think that's kind of helped you guys get the morale back a little bit better than you thought before?
I think absolutely for our trivia night. We had so many wonderful community sponsors and donations for trivia night.
Right.
And which was one of the reasons it was such a success. We were, like Madeline said, we were packed. It was.
I wish I could have been.
I can
that
honestly
sounds fun.
tell you, it was. If this year, if you get a chance to come, you should absolutely come. People had the best time. And people talked about it for a long time afterwards. And people are already asking, like, when is music trivia? So, I mean, it was definitely very successful, and it was a really good time. So, I mean, that was a great thing,
Yep. And the golf tournament was very well supported. And all these things that we do help support our banner project.
That's awesome.
And our students. And, we have coaches that make requests for us. So
okay.
we are able to provide some services and some equipment for coaches.
Right. I mean, just recently, I think we approved for the boys basketball team to get some new workout bikes. I mean, it's literally, yep. And even the golf team, they got umbrellas and things they didn't have. They didn't have uniforms that matched. I mean, so, we stepped up and helped them out, and now they all look amazing when they play, and they all match and look like Redbirds. So, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things that we provide, and, the banner project and all of that has just been a really great thing.
All right, now my more serious question: how did you identify the polls in town? That's got to be a little bit of a study, a study survey or something,
So what we did is we first sat down with Al Womack last summer, and we said, "Listen, we need to get some pride in our community again. We need to keep our kids that are at the middle school at Alton High.
Right.
We lose kids every year to St. Louis schools and other communities. And so we just thought we got to get a way to spotlight the kids that we have and make them feel special and important. And so we came up with our banners. We identified 82 green poles in town, and so we went to Mayor Goins, who was.
Can I just say that Craig literally got out on foot and walked the streets and counted poles for us. I wish he could be here to tell you about his experience.
I love it.
But yeah, I mean, so back to that. Go ahead and finish what you were saying. But yeah, those. Craig.
Yes. So after Craig went out and counted all our polls, we went to the mayor and presented a city council meeting because Mayor Goins was a Redbird,
right?
A big basketball star. So we got his support. We got approved by city council to use all the green poles in town.
We had to go to Upper Alton too.
Yeah.
And we got their permission to use the Upper Alton poles because they love,
Because they have the flowers on there.
Right.
They're beautiful. And we wanted to make sure that we didn't take anything away from them. And
I think it added to it because I was driving up through Upper Alton and I thought, man, this is so nice. You see, and they're beautiful banners. I mean, they really do look nice.
Schwarzkopf did a great job.
Yep.
And then it's great to see that, Mayor Goins had all that support for you guys, and I'm sure their city hall is still a big advocate for you.
Oh, yeah. Well, in fact, Alton Township gave us a donation.
Oh, wow.
Mary Bohart reached out to us and wanted to support our project. So after the city gave us their approval, then we decided we needed more poles. So we went to Ameren. Madeline's husband works for Ameren.
Yeah, my husband is the head substation supervisor
in
this area. So, I reached out to him and I thought, who do we need to contact? He gave us all the contact info, and Amy and I reached out to them and we worked with them, and they were gracious enough to let us, use some of their poles.
Wow.
Right. So that's a great community partnership.
It really is, because Ameren is, a really diverse company, and this being a diversity project, I couldn't think of anyone better to, partner up with us on, and, as well as, I think, American Water.
American Water, we just received a grant
last
week. Their Inclusion, Diversity, and Equity grant. Yep, so they're on board with us too.
We came out of pocket for this, and we had no problem, working our tails off getting this money to be able to do things like this. But it's really great that, the community members and our businesses have stepped up and, offered some sponsorships, because honestly, without them, we could not do some of the things that we've been doing.
No. And it's incredible. It shows how great that you guys work together and the team you have to be able to pull not only, local individuals, the town halls, but major corporations to come and support this. I mean, that's a huge thing.
Yeah. Yes,
wow.
It is.
That is so cool.
So after we identified all of our poles, we hired our photographer. Missy Stroof did a fantastic job.
Yes, she did.
She does great senior pictures, family portraits, but man, she really captured the spirit of all of our athletes.
She really did. I mean, there was not a bad picture. Everyone I've driven by has been just fantastic. And then now I got to ask you, I mean, how long are these banners going to stay up for? Is this going to be an all year?
They're all year.
Oh,
so
perfect.
Once we've identified all of our conference winners, so basically you're on a banner if you were a first, second, third team all-conference player. State qualifiers or medalist.
Academics.
And then each team has a scholar athlete.
Right.
So that scholar athlete.
That was not me, by the way.
You were probably a conference
honestly,
player.
It's hard. To be honest, it's hard to do both. So honestly, I really can't.
No, I'm
these
jealous.
Kids
right.
Jealous.
Well, and your scholar athletes
great grades
are just that. They're great on the field, in the classroom.
And
they're not necessarily going to be your star, but
they're dedicated.
Yep.
But they represent the team in the best light, and that's what's so important.
Absolutely.
Yep. So after that, we decided we had, I think, around 61 left.
Wow.
So we took every varsity sport, every member of every student who played varsity sports, we put them in a hat, and we randomly drew for the remaining.
That's actually really cool. And now, are you guys still looking for, members to join, or people that want to be a part of your organization?
Absolutely.
There we go. Sign up and get a part of this movement.
We have
it's growing.
meetings the second Wednesday of every month in the high school library.
And we have a great attendance now.
And it's open to whoever wants to come and support or find out how they can get involved. Absolutely show up to these meetings, And if you can't show up to the meetings, we do have an amazing Facebook page. It's called the Alton Athletic Association 2022.
It's a busy Facebook page, too. A lot going on.
Yeah, I mean, that's where we post a lot of what we have coming up and how you can get involved or our different activities or anything like that. Or if you want to reach out to us through there, if you want to sponsor, I mean, that's definitely a great way to get a hold of us or find out what's going on. But, You know, yes, we welcome anybody who wants to get involved. It takes a lot to do all the things that we are doing. We absolutely could use a few more volunteers. So
absolutely. And how has the faculty been at the high school with this? With you guys kind of coming back
they've
bigger
been
and better than
amazing.
ever? Are they really getting behind this too?
absolutely. And Christy Baumgartner, she has
Fantastic.
been amazing. Honestly, I couldn't even say so many good things about her. She has supported us, anything that we want to do, all the wild and crazy ideas that we have. She is behind us 100%. So she has just been amazing.
Yep. She's also on our committee. We have a committee of 10 people
Okay.
for our banner project. Just to make sure that we're following guidelines. So we set the requirements to get a banner, and we've involved some community members. Al is on there, Steve Thompson.
Great guy.
Christy, our superintendent, Mike Bellum, our high school principal,
Al Womack from the Boys and Girls Club,
Amy Golly, our 2 athletic directors.
Wow.
So
This is just incredible because, I mean, we all, no one wanted to say it, but the last couple of years we were going, man, how's the association doing? And, you know, no one was saying it out loud, but I mean, now it's like, wow, this is so exciting. I mean, I am
now
just
we're
just
showing
so
up.
impressed.
People are going to start realizing, you know, all the things that we do. And I just hope that it catches on and people really get like that Redbird feeling. And, you know, I just really love to see the school spirit around town. And I think that really lifts up our athletes and it gets them excited about playing a sport.
Exactly.
You know, if you have, you know, kids at home maybe who might play sports but don't necessarily think they want to go out for a school sport, like, hopefully this, you know, would motivate them to want to, you know, come out, show
Get
up for a
involved.
sport. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, and just love the school and love the community and then reinvest it after they're done. I mean, that's the whole thing.
You
I mean,
know,
it's the whole process.
You know, I told you before, like when I was here last week or the week before.
I don't even remember what I had
you
for
know,
breakfast today. you
Right.
know?
But, you know, I talked about, you know, our love for Alton in general.
Right.
And I think the Lombardis absolutely share that same love. We really love Alton and we really want to see this community be a really great place for, you know, our youth to grow up. And a big part of that is sports. You know, a kid who plays sports is typically more successful as far as going to maybe a 4-year college, you know. So sports are great. I mean, it teaches them to be very disciplined and, you know, they work really hard. So we've really just tried to embrace that spirit and spread it around the community. And, you know, we're not done yet.
Well,
No, we are not.
And the cool thing is, I mean, the really cool takeaway for me is it's not like just the football team or one team's getting all this love and nobody else is. I mean, every team, you guys are really spreading out, and that's what's so cool. And I mean, I'm just looking out, you know, and you're always sharing the athletes of the month on your Facebook page, sharing the Lady Redbirds, you know, basketball team spirit wear store. Hey,
Speaking of those Lady Redbirds, actually, if you're bored sitting around tonight, those Lady Redbirds are starting their tip-off tonight at 6 o'clock at the high school. So if you're sitting around and don't have anything to do tonight, come out and support the Lady Redbirds. They are incredible.
6 and 7:30.
Speaking of venues, Alton High's gymnasium is actually one of the
Isn't it
best
amazing?
venues around.
It is.
I love it. It's my favorite place to watch basketball. I mean, people like Edwardsville's,
It's
you know, gym,
gorgeous.
but I like ours a lot better. I think it's just more functional too. I don't have to walk 8 miles
Something
to get inside
about
the
that
building.
red.
Exactly.
Something about that
Right.
red color really makes it pop, doesn't it?
Well, guys, what's coming up down the line? Couple of minutes left. What can we look for, and how can we follow along?
Oh my gosh. So coming up next, you know, obviously our music trivia will be coming up next. You
Yep.
know, get involved in that. Come out. You'll have a great time.
The 18th of February.
Our golf tournament will be in May again this year.
Oh, right
We're
on.
moving it back to during the school year.
Yep, and check out like our Redbird Spirit store. You know, that's a great way to support us if you can't come to the games. You know, buy a Redbird hoodie. You know, or buy a sign to stick out in your yard and show. You know, when the kids drive by and see, you know, go Redbirds in their yard, they're going to feel some pride in that. And I think the rest of the community will. So there's a lot of ways. Volunteer, show up to our meetings, and you know. We welcome everybody.
And this
so.
is a fun group. It's not a bunch of boring people
We
talking
are
all
fun.
the time.
I mean,
Come on.
I think. I mean, I don't want to brag, but I think we are a good time.
Most definitely. Amy, anything I'm forgetting about?
No, I think you've hit it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys so much for your time. I'm glad we finally
you.
got this together.
Yes.
This was an interview like 2 weeks in the making. I don't know if you guys
We're
realize.
happy to be here. Thanks for having us, and we'd be
Thanks,
happy to
CJ.
come back anytime you'll have us.
Oh,
So.
without a doubt. You guys will most definitely be welcome back. And hopefully, maybe a little bit before the trivia night, we'll get some promotion going for it and
love
talk
that.
about it some
Absolutely.
more. All right, 9:34. We're going to take a quick break. We'll come right back with more of our daily show in the heart of the Riverbend.
When it comes to the C-Force line of ATVs, there truly is a seat for every behind. Whether you want to get started with the easy-to-ride C-Force 400 or ride with the big boys on the C-Force 800 XC, you'll find the right machine for you and your wallet.
Insurance Agency, providing quality products with extremely competitive prices. As an independent provider, we source multiple companies to offer the best rates possible. Covering auto, home, business, and life insurance, our goal is to provide quality service that meets and exceeds customer expectations. You can rest easy knowing the Macias team is working round the clock to ensure that both you and the most important parts of your life are covered. Our qualified professionals make the insurance process easy so you can live carefree and focus on what matters most. Visit MaciasInsuranceAgency.com today to find out what our team can do for you.
You won't find a better health club than Nautilus Fitness Center. More cardio, more free weights and equipment, more classes, a swimming pool, and more. If you're serious about your health and want to make a change, then stop thinking about it and visit Nautilus Fitness Center on Industrial Drive in Alton. Don't fall for the hype you get from the other health clubs. Nautilus is the Riverbend's premier health club. Has been for years and will be for years to come. Get to Nautilus Fitness Center and get started on a healthier new you.
Are you in the market for new flooring? Look no further than Ed Eagles Discount Carpet. Ed Eagles has an enormous inventory of carpet, tile, vinyl, and hardwood with professionally trained carpet installers that will treat your project and home with the utmost respect. Lowe's and Home Depot can't even compare. Our discounted prices regularly beat out the big box stores. Stop by today to have your new flooring ready for the holiday season. Ed Eagles, quality carpet, tile, vinyl, and hardwood at discount prices, located on Humbert Road in Alton.
I just got a new air conditioner. Top of the line.
I bet mine's better. It's so efficient and quiet, I hardly know it's running.
I've got you both trumped. I've got a Linux.
So do I.
Barrett Heating and Cooling carries Lennox products to meet any budget. Don't gamble with your energy dollars. Call Barrett Heating and Cooling and start saving today.
Lennox. Innovation never felt so good.
For the biggest selection of pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs in the Riverbend, visit AltonToyota.com or stop by their location on the Homer Adams Parkway in Alton. Winner of the prestigious President's Award, Mungan Burkhardt Alton Toyota knows how to treat their customers, and they will help you find the vehicle that is perfect for you. For years, Mungan Toyota has been a fixture in the Riverbend, and now Mungan Burkhardt carries the tradition. New name, but the same great service you've come to expect.
Has free checking become a thing of the past? Not if Liberty has anything to say about it. With 3 free personal checking options and even a free business checking account, free is alive and well at Liberty Bank, the local bank that gives you free checking choices and more cashing in your pocket. Bank locally, bank Liberty. For more information, visit www.bankliberty.com.
Riverbender Radio has built 3 great new stations just for you in the Riverbend. The Eagle, the Riverbend's classic rock station. The Bridge, hit music for the Riverbend. And The River, today's country, and all your favorites. Check them out today at RiverBender.com.
Oh, here we go. 9:38. Welcome back to our daily show on RiverBender.com. CJ Nasello here with you. Been a great conversation. If you just caught the tail end of that one with Alton Athletic Association, you are more than welcome to check that out this afternoon when it's online on RiverBender.com/daily show. Also wanted to share this with you. The Dream Center of Alton has received the 2022 Best of Alton Award. The Dream Center of Alton had been selected for the 2022 Best of Alton Award, the nonprofit organization category by the Alton Award Program. Each year, the award program identifies companies that they believe have achieved exceptional marketing success in their local community and business category. These are local companies that enhance the positive image of small business through service to customers and the community. These exceptional companies help make Alton area a great place to live, work, and play. Various sources of information were gathered and analyzed to choose the winners in each category. The 2022 Alton Award Program focuses on quality, not quantity. Winners are determined based on the information gathered both internally by the Alton Award Program and data provided by third parties. The Alton Award Program is an annual awards program that honors achievements and accomplishments of local businesses throughout the Alton area. Recognition is given to those companies that have shown the ability to use their best practices and implemented programs to generate competitive advantages, and long-term value. The Alton Award Program was established to recognize the best of local business in our community. Our organization, their organization works exclusively with local business owners. Get me through this one. Trade groups, professional associations, and other business advertising and marketing groups. Their mission is to recognize the small business community's contributions, many contributions, to the United States economy. And wanted to share this story with you. You know, Lung Cancer Awareness Month is bringing attention to healthy lungs and early screening. And lung cancer continues to be one of the most common cancers worldwide, claiming more lives yearly than breast, colon, and prostate cancers combined. Many people consider lung cancer a, quote, smoker's disease, as well as assume it is mostly a cancer found in men. However, while it is true that smoking is the top cause of lung cancer by a large margin, approximately 15 to 20% of cases in the United States happen in people who have never smoked or have smoked fewer than 100 cigarettes in their life. Did not know that. That is interesting. Being exposed to secondhand smoke can play a part, as non-smokers have a 20 to 30% greater chance of developing lung cancer if they are exposed to secondhand smoke at work, home, or work at home. Other factors may include radon, occupational exposures to carcinogens, and outdoor air pollution as well. Being typically considered a disease found mostly in men, recent statistics from the American Lung Association reveal that more women are getting lung cancer even if they have never smoked. The incidence of a new lung cancer cases over the past 42 years have dropped 36% for men, while at the same time it has risen, get this, 84% for women. Wow. Lung Cancer Awareness Month observed in November, and the Great American Smokeout held the third Thursday of November, this year, November the 17th, to challenge smokers to give up cigarettes for 24 hours, call attention to this growing issue, and educate the public about the potential causes and risk factors for this disease. This month also promotes the need for screening among eligible population and stresses the importance of research underway to identify more effective treatment. The most important factor in preventing lung cancer is to not smoke at all, or for those who do smoke, to start a smoking cessation program that could to get help in quitting immediately. My apologies. This is important for the smoker and for those around them who also can be affected by secondhand smoke, just like your dogs can too. Lung cancer is unfortunately one of those diseases where symptoms may not prevent until the late stages, when treatment options are limited and the survival rate is very low. Early symptoms include a cough that is getting worse and lasts for weeks, coughing up blood or dark phlegm, shortness of breath, chest pain, hoarseness in the voice, pain in the bones, unintentional weight loss, and early detection does save lives. Screening for lung cancer are available within the local communities, whether it's OSF, BJC, and HSHS. St. Elizabeth's Hospital is offering a low-dose CT lung cancer screening program for the early diagnosis of lung cancer. The goal of the screening is to detect cancer at the early stage, even before someone has symptoms. At an early stage, surgery or other treatment options are possible, and the cure rate can be much higher. According to the American Lung Association, early detection by low-dose CT screening can decrease lung cancer mortality by, get this, 14 to 20% among high-risk populations. The screening is quick, painless, non-invasive, low-dose CT scan that can detect nodules or spots on your lungs, which might be early indicators of lung cancer. The CT imaging technology uses an eighth of the radiation as that of a standard CT, so there is very little risk in lung cancer screening. Anyone interested in being screened should talk to their physician about the screening criteria, potential benefits, limitations, and possible risks of having a lung cancer screening. Lung cancer screenings are most beneficial to those with the highest risk of lung cancer, and that includes current or former smokers who are older. A lung cancer screening is generally an option for smokers and former smokers who are 50 years of age or older. Check with your insurance provider or Medicare on their age smoking history requirement, as well as any other criteria, smoked heavily for many years. Those who have a tobacco smoking history of at least 20 pack years, which pack years I've never heard before. Get this, that's the term, an average of 1 pack per day for 20 years. Wow. Wow. And one smoked heavily but once quit. Those who were once a heavy smoker for a long time but have since quit smoking in the last 15 years should also be screened as well. Patients should consult with their insurance provider, and coverage of physician's order is required for a lung cancer screening. For more information on the low-dose lung cancer screenings at HSHS St. Elizabeth's Hospital, call 618-607-5545 or just visit hshs.org. But definitely an interesting article that was shared on RiverBender.com, and really thought it was very interesting. Anyway, wanted to share this with you too before we take a break, come back with the All-Star Award and whatever else I can find out there that's got sent to me. Red Cross is having a blood drive December the 15th at Alton Memorial. The next American Red Cross blood drive at Alton Memorial Hospital will be from 11:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Thursday, December the 15th in the Alton Memorial Hospital Cafe meeting rooms. To register, all you have to do is go to redcross.org and follow the link that's provided on Riverbender, or you could contact Dave Whaley in the Alton Memorial Marketing and Communications Department at 618-433-7947, or email him at david.whaley@bjc.com. The Red Cross is thanking all those who present. The Red Cross is thanking all of those present with a $10 Amazon e-gift card. The Red Cross currently has about 4 days of most blood products, a 4-day supply that is. However, the Red Cross strives to keep a 5-day supply of all blood types on hand at all times to meet daily patient needs and be prepared for emergencies requiring significant volumes of donated blood products. More donors are needed to help ensure the Red Cross can meet all the needs of patients, including in times of emergencies. The need for life-saving blood transfusions never takes a break. It's important to have blood ready to go when every second counts. It's 9:47. Before I take a break, I want to tell you guys about a great individual in our community, and that's Sean Lentz at the Lentz Law Firm, 2600 Edward Street. 2600 Edward Street. Listen, when you're working with Sean, you're working with the best. That's not as far as I'm concerned. That's as far as everyone is concerned. When it comes to personal injury, he is top of the line. He handles dog bites, medical malpractice, negligence, trucking cases, motorcycle accidents, car practice, negligence. He handles it all. And the best thing about Sean, I've told you guys this for about 3 months now. And the best thing about Sean is that when you go and you meet with him, listen, I've been in lawyer meetings. I've gone through the ringer in litigation early on in life. Promise you that's not me whitewashing this this is a complete truth. I've been there. I have done it. I have met with many. And let me tell you something, Sean is just so much better to talk to than really any other lawyer I've had the pleasure of working with, and I've had great lawyers. But Sean sits down with you and he just talks to you. He doesn't make you feel like you're intimidated. He doesn't make you feel like you're stupid or you don't know what he's talking about. He is going to sit down, talk to you just like I'm talking to you now, and he's going to ask you how he can help you because he's that good of a guy. And listen, he handles some criminal matter work too, whether it's DUIs or some traffic tickets. However, the best part about Sean Lentz, call him anyway if you have a criminal matter I didn't discuss, because I have seen his contact book in action myself, literally seen it in action myself. Sean had found somebody, an attorney, to represent them in 5 minutes that was a couple of states away. That's how quick he can work, and that's how quick he can work for you. So give him a call today, 618-465-8000, 618-465-8000. That's Sean Lentz at the Lentz Law Firm at 2600 Edward Street, a hometown guy right across from Centerstone. Be proactive with your litigation. I've said it for months. You don't want to be reactive, because when you're reactive, you lose days. You lose weeks of precious time when you could have just called 465-8000 and gotten started on the right track. So when you call Terry at Sean's office at 618-465-8000, just say, hey, CJ sent me your guys' way.
Fasten your chin straps, ladies and gentlemen, because you are about to experience the most exciting lineup of CF Moto ATVs and side-by-sides ever to hit the trails, rocks, and sand dunes. CF Moto. Experience more together.
I just got a new air conditioner. Top of the line.
I bet mine's better. It's so efficient and quiet, I hardly know it's running.
I've got you both trumped. I've got a Linux.
So do I.
Barrett Heating and Cooling carries Linux products to meet any budget. Don't gamble with your energy dollars. Call Barrett Heating and Cooling and start saving today.
Lennox. Innovation never felt so good.
For the biggest selection of pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs in the Riverbend, visit AltonToyota.com or stop by their location on the Homer Adams Parkway in Alton. Winner of the prestigious President's Award, Mungan Burkhardt Alton Toyota knows how to treat their customers, and they will help you find the vehicle that is perfect for you. For years, Mungan Toyota has been a fixture in the Riverbend, and now Mungan Burkhardt carries the tradition. New name, but the same great service you've come to expect.
Has free checking become a thing of the past? Not if Liberty has anything to say about it. With 3 free personal checking options and even a free business checking account, Free is alive and well at Liberty Bank, the local bank that gives you free checking choices and more cashing in your pocket. Bank locally, bank Liberty. For more information, visit www.bankliberty.com.
You won't find a better health club than Nautilus Fitness Center. More cardio, more free weights and equipment, more classes, a swimming pool, and more. If you're serious about your health and want to make a change, then stop thinking about it and visit Nautilus Fitness Center on Industrial Drive in Alton. Don't fall for the hype you get from the other health clubs. Nautilus is the Riverbend's premier health club. Has been for years and will be for years to come. Get to Nautilus Fitness Center and get started on a healthier new you.
RiverBender Radio has built 3 great new stations just for you in the Riverbend. The Eagle, the Riverbend's classic rock station. The Bridge, hit music for the Riverbend. And The River, today's country, and all your favorites. Check them out today at RiverBender.com.
Here we go. 9:52 in the heart of the Riverbend on this 18th day of November. Our daily show is continuing to roll on. And let me tell you guys something. We've had a great show so far. You can catch every one of these shows on RiverBender.com/daily show. Or if you have an Amazon, I hate to do it to you. Alexa! She's going to listen. You say, play The Bridge on the radio. Guess what? Alexa's playing The Bridge on the radio. Alexa, play The River on the radio. Guess what? That's my favorite of Riverbender radio stations right now. Best station for country music. And guess what? Playing The River. And also, Alexa, play our daily show. Boom. Done. Or even The Eagle if you're a classic rock fan. So many really great stations here at RiverBender.com for you guys to utilize whenever you're out driving, or even if you're out just doing, yard work or housework. Turning it on your phone, putting it through your Bluetooth speaker, and life is good. And, I think that's a win. And I really I've told you guys before, I've said it once, I'll say it 1,000 more times. RiverBender.com has really the best technological staff and so many great components of it. And I'm so just happy to highlight those with you. But right now, I want to highlight some very stupid people. All right, here we go. All-Star Award. Let's start off with this one. A jerk in Minnesota returned a car repair manual checked out in 1975. Well, he anonymously returned it along with a very apologetic letter. The Washington County Library System said in a Facebook post that the book, Chilton's Foreign Car Repair Manual, German, Swedish, Italian Cars, Volume 1, arrived via mail at the Lake Elmo Library. An unsigned letter included with the package explained that the borrower had checked the book out to help with a Mercedes-Benz repair project in the mid-'70s. The letter explained that the former patron had forgotten to return the book before moving away from Lake Elmo a few months later. The letter said the borrower found the book in the trunk 47 years later. along with the other items that they hadn't seen since the 1970s. It's a little overdue, but I thought you might want it back, the letter reads from the jerk. My apologies to anyone in Lake Elmo who is working on an old bins in the last 47 years. I love it. The Post said the library is just happy to have the book back. The writer was also concerned about any overdue fees, but since we don't charge those, well, it's not a problem. I would hit him with so many bills. What about this when a married couple has broke a Guinness World Record? A married couple with the total of 98 body modifications, no thank you, earned a Guinness World Record for their collective number of piercings, microdermal body implants, and other modifications. Guinness World Record said Gabriela Peralta, who is from Argentina, and Victor Hugo Peralta, originally from Uruguay, first earned the record for most body modifications for a married couple in 2014 when they had a total of 84 of these things. Why? Why do you want them? The record-keeping organization said the total modifications has since increased to 98. 98. The couple met at a motorcycle event, not saying it, in Argentina 24 years ago and bonded over their mutual interest in body modification. They have now been married for 14 years. And quote, for me, being a Guinness World Record holder is the prize that life gives me for the love of body art, and I'm very grateful because this record helps me achieve one of my big dreams, traveling to 20 countries and getting to know different cultures and making friendships from around the world. Victor Hugo Peralta was quoted as saying, and saved that story because I was getting ready to roast him. Anyway, don't do it to yourself. I mean, if you're into it, good, you know. What about this one? A deer crashes through a New York nursing home, and, well, he gave the residents something to work out about. A deer broke into a New York nursing home and was caught on camera making its way through a physical therapy room. Bill Betts, an employee at Wells Nursing Home in Jonestown, captured video Monday, made its way to the physical therapy room and explored before crashing out of the building through a window. How could you imagine that? Grandma's sitting there, she's working on her wrist, you know, she's lifting the little bar and walking around, and all of a sudden, boom, there's a deer chasing after everybody in a room causing terror and havoc. Oh, man, that'd be terrible. And Administrator Neil Van Slyke said the deer had entered through another building and was inside for about 10 minutes. Van Slyke said the deer did not appear to have any serious injuries and fled into the woods. Oh, then a hunter tagged him. Oh, sorry. No, wrong line. He said there was very little damage to the building aside from the two broken windows. A Wisconsin couple also found out they weren't as lucky when a deer crashed into their West Allis home through a glass door. Sue and Richard Sojecki said the deer was trapped inside the house for about 3 hours. Oh, my God. Before being escorted out by the state wardens. The Sajetskis said the deer caused extensive damage to their home while searching for an exit. I couldn't even imagine. I would quit. I just quit it all. I couldn't imagine. Nope, that'd be enough for me. I'd sell the house. I'd just sell the house. And one last thing, you know what, that I wanted to share with you, one story. And that's this council race in Michigan, okay? Settled by 2 pieces of paper. A council race in Michigan has been settled by 2 pieces of paper. The election to fill a city council seat in Michigan, in a Michigan town called Rogers City, settled by drawing 2 pieces of paper from a bowl days after, get this, a 6-16 to 6-16 tie. I have never seen that before, ever, at a local level. Brittany Vanderwall's paper said, not elected. There were hugs by the pair Monday as new city council member Tameen Adar, whose paper said elected. So they had to pick from a bowl. One piece of paper said elected, one said not elected. That is too much pressure. I haven't won in a slot machine in 6 months, and you think I'm going to pick a piece of paper out of the bowl to see if I keep my job? No, thank you. I told people either way, Rogers City wins. Vandersall said before the drawing she's the one who lost. And Adar said the election tie meant the northern Michigan town population of 2,800 should be satisfied with both candidates. The people have spoken, and they said, well, either one. Vanderwall is is already looking ahead to the next election. Congrats, she told At Air. And do good work. I'll see you in 2 years. A rematch is coming. Anyway, while I have you, go big, and that means go big on the big screen. You know, you guys can watch me on your TV. If you have a Roku TV, or if you have, YouTube on your Roku TV or any smart TV you have, search up RiverBender Radio or search up RiverBender on the Roku TV. There's an app that's RiverBender, and all you do is download the app, and boom, you can watch me on the television, or you can watch the local athletic games, local high school events, and everything that RiverBender provides on your television. How cool is that? I was talking to Kathy Johnson up at Johnson's Corner. They had the Halloween parade on their TV from YouTube that they were watching live. I mean, it's a really cool feature that really creates this more of a really awesome and atmosphere here, right here at RiverBender.com. So make sure if you have a Roku TV, download the RiverBender app, or if you have the Roku TV or any other type of smart TV, well, why don't you just get YouTube up and subscribe to RiverBender on YouTube and just hang out with me on the TV, and you can still text into the show and be a part of it. And I'm telling you, it's a really great feature that I'm really proud of, and really appreciate all you guys hanging out with us today. We have a great next hour lined up for you. We have Tall Oaks Barn Venue joining us in just a few short minutes. Before that, we'll do some top of the hour news, and then we'll come back and talk to the Macoupin Art Collective around 10:30. And we'll wrap up this week in downtown Alton. It's 10 o'clock in the Riverbend. I'll see you after a quick break.
When it comes to the C-Force line of ATVs, there truly is a seat for every behind. Whether you want to get started with the easy-to-ride C-Force 400 or ride with the big boys on the C-Force 800 XC, you'll find the right machine for you and your wallet.
Insurance agency, providing quality products with extremely competitive prices. As an independent provider, we source multiple companies to offer the best rates possible. Covering auto, home, business, and life insurance, our goal is to provide quality service that meets and exceeds customer expectations. You can rest easy knowing the Macias team is working round the clock to ensure that both you and the most important parts of your life are covered. Our qualified professionals make the insurance process easy so you can live carefree and focus on what matters most. Visit MaciasInsuranceAgency.com today to find out what our team can do for you.
You won't find a better health club than Nautilus Fitness Center. More cardio, more free weights and equipment, more classes, a swimming pool, and more. If you're serious about your health and want to make a change, then stop thinking about it and visit Nautilus Fitness Center on Industrial Drive in Alton. Don't fall for the hype you get from the other health clubs. Nautilus is the Riverbend's premier health club. Has been for years and will be for years to come. Get to Nautilus Fitness Center and get started on a healthier new you.
Are you in the market for new flooring? Look no further than Ed Eagles Discount Carpet. Ed Eagles has an enormous inventory of carpet, tile, vinyl, and hardwood with professionally trained carpet installers that will treat your project and home with the utmost respect. Lowe's and Home Depot can't even compare. Our discounted prices regularly beat out the big box stores. Stop by today to have your new flooring ready for the holiday season. Ed Eagles, quality carpet, tile, vinyl, and hardwood at discount prices. Located on Humbert Road in Alton.
I just got a new air conditioner. Top of the line.
I bet mine's better. It's so efficient and quiet, I hardly know it's running.
I've got you both trumped. I've got a Linux.
So do I.
Barrett Heating and Cooling carries Linux products to meet any budget. Don't gamble with your energy dollars. Call Barrett Heating and Cooling and start saving today.
Lennox. Innovation never felt so good.
For the biggest selection of pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs in the Riverbend, visit AltonToyota.com or stop by their location on the Homer Adams Parkway in Alton. Winner of the prestigious President's Award, Mungan Burkhardt Alton Toyota knows how to treat their customers, and they will help you find the vehicle that is perfect for you. For years, Mungan Toyota has been a fixture in the Riverbend, and now Mungan Burkhardt carries the tradition. New name, but the same great service you've come to expect.
Has free checking become a thing of the past? Not if Liberty has anything to say about it. With 3 free personal checking options and even a free business checking account, free is alive and well at Liberty Bank, the local bank that gives you free checking choices and more cashing in your pocket. Bank locally, bank Liberty. For more information, visit www.bankliberty.com.
RiverBender Radio has built 3 great new stations just for you in the Riverbend. The Eagle, the Riverbend's classic rock station. The Bridge, hit music for the Riverbend. And The River, today's country, and all your favorites. Check them out today at RiverBender.com.
Oh, welcome back, 10:04, and our daily show is rolling on right now, 10:00, and we got a great, don't call me, we got a great 10 o'clock hour lined up for you if you're just tuning in. Top of the hour news is now followed by Tall Oaks Barn Venue. We're going to talk about their Christmas event coming up, their second annual one. We'll hear all about it in just a few short minutes, and then we're going to talk to the Macoupin Art Collective. If you missed the 9 o'clock hour, we had a great conversation with Amy Lombardi, Madeline Eades. Madeline's the president, and Amy's the secretary of the Alton Athletic Association, and they really have brought that organization back, and they have done a great job. And really, if you want, I would encourage you all to check out that conversation, RiverBender.com /daily show after the show is done for the day. And wanted to share with you some news stories from around the Riverbend today. Make sure you sign up for your daily email update and join, get this, 60,000 plus. We keep growing. Become part of the movement. The biggest movement in Alton is the daily email blast. I'm telling you, around the Riverbend is the way to go. At 7:30, you get all your information, state, local, national news right there, plus your sports, plus your weather, and a little bit more extra added to it. It's a great feature, and I'm really excited to talk to you about it. Anyway, in Alton, the next American Red Cross blood drive at Alton Memorial Hospital will be from 11:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Thursday, December the 15th, in the Alton Memorial Hospital Cafe meeting room. To register, contact Dave Whaley at the Alton Memorial Hospital Marketing and Communications Department at 618-433-7947 or david.whaley@bjc.com. Lawmakers are returning to Springfield this week for the fall veto session, and the Safety Act is under consideration. Lawmakers return to Springfield this week for the fall veto session and will return on the 29th of November to finish up the work for the 102nd General Assembly. Agenda items included making clarifications to the Safety Act to ensure proper implementation and new member orientation. I'm very happy to see my colleagues in Springfield this week, and I'm eager to get back after the Thanksgiving holiday to get some important work done for the people of Illinois, said House Speaker Emanuel Welch. I'm honored by the trust and confidence the Democratic caucus has placed into me to lead them for another 2 years as Speaker of the House, and I'm excited to welcome many new House members to the state capitol. House Democrats will welcome 12 new members of the 103rd General Assembly next week. They will complete new member orientation, where they will familiarize themselves with the legislative processes, the House rules and traditions, receive the necessary training to ensure they are able to serve their constituency successfully. And House Speaker Emanuel Chris Welch is hosting the second annual job fair at the Illinois State Capitol on Friday the 18th from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. in room 114, encouraging you all to go out there. The Office of the Speaker is actively recruiting for legislative coordinators, policy analysts, communication specialists, attorneys, IT professionals, and more. Nearly 100 applicants attended the in-person event in 2021, and more than 500 resumes were collected. For open positions, applicants ranged in age from college students to retirees looking to re-enter the workforce. In addition to the in-person event, 100 people registered for the virtual option that was offered during the COVID-19 concerns. To register for this event, you'll just have to go over to RiverBender.com and find that link. It's the link itself is a little bit of a long one, il-house-2022-job-fair.eventbrite.com. Long one. You can find that all on RiverBender.com. SIUE's URCA program was recognizing exceptional faculty members and student researchers. Each semester, Southern Illinois University of Edwardsville's Undergraduate Research and Creative Activities program recognizes outstanding faculty mentors and student researchers. The URCA program encourages, supports, and enables undergraduate students of all disciplines to participate in research and create activities under faculty mentorship. These experiences allow undergraduate students opportunities to engage in scholarship, interact with the faculty, and fully connect in the educational process of discovering and creating. The Fall 2022 Von Vandergrift URCA Research Mentor of this Semester Award is presented to Carolyn Wilmsmeyer, PhD, Associate Professor in the College of Arts and Sciences, Department of Biological Sciences, and Director of the SIUE Center for Pediatric Analytics, and student Mary Margaret Benware and Hannah Laby nominated Butts Wilmsmeyer, acknowledging her continuous efforts to go above and beyond in the field of crop sciences. So congratulations to her. And in Alton, it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas at Alton Rock Springs Park as the annual Christmas Wonderland light display prepares to open for the season on Friday the 25th. Christmas Wonderland will be open nightly from November the 25th through the 27th of December. The park is located at 2100 College Avenue in Alton. Hours are Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. to 9 p.m., and Saturday through Sunday, 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. Over the last 3 months, the Grandpa Gang, a group of retired volunteers, we had Dick Alford on the show just a few weeks ago to talk about his Service Above Self Award, has been busy hanging lights and counting down to the opening day of Christmas Wonderland. More than 4 million lights will twinkle against the beautiful backdrop of Rock Springs Park, lighting the way towards the illuminating holiday season. That's a look at what's happening locally at 1010. Coming up in just a few short minutes, we're talking Tall Oak Barn Venue for their second annual Christmas event. We'll hear all about it. It's coming up soon. It's coming up this weekend, so it's something for you to take the kiddos to and find a place to warm up and enjoy another great local asset to our community.
For the biggest selection of pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs in the Riverbend, visit AltonToyota.com or stop by their location on the Homer Adams Parkway in Alton. Winner of the prestigious President's Award, Mungan Burkhardt Alton Toyota knows how to treat their customers, and they will help you find the vehicle that is perfect for you. For years, Mungan Toyota has been a fixture in the Riverbend, and now Mungan Burkhardt carries the tradition. New name, but the same great service you've come to expect.
If you like to get out and go with a friend riding shotgun, the Z-Force line of sports side-by-sides are the perfect machines for you. Whether exploring the backcountry or racing down the trails, these beasts flat out give you more without having to pay for more. Life's too short to stay home.
Are you in the market for new flooring? Look no further than Ed Eagles Discount Carpet. Ed Eagles has an enormous inventory of carpet, tile, vinyl, and hardwood with professionally trained carpet installers that will treat your project and home with the utmost respect. Lowe's and Home Depot can't even compare. Our discounted prices regularly beat out the big box stores. Stop by today to have your new flooring ready for the holiday season. Ed Eagles, quality carpet, tile, vinyl, and hardwood at discount prices, located on Humbert Road in Alton.
Macias Insurance Agency, providing quality products with extremely competitive prices. As an independent provider, we source multiple companies to offer the best rates possible. Covering auto, home, business, and life insurance, our goal is to provide quality service that meets and exceeds customer expectations. You can rest easy knowing the Macias team is working round the clock to ensure that both you and the most important parts of your life are covered. Our qualified professionals make the insurance process easy so you can live carefree and focus on what matters most. Visit MaciasInsuranceAgency.com today to find out what our team can do for you.
RiverBender Radio has built 3 great new stations just for you in the Riverbend. The Eagle, the Riverbend's classic rock station. The Bridge, hit music for the Riverbend. And The River, today's country, and all your favorites. Check them out today at RiverBender.com.
Don't know much about history. Don't know much biology.
10:13 right back here in the heart of the Riverbend on this 18th day of November. Tall Oaks Barn is having their second annual Christmas market, and we get to hear all about it now. And, you know, something I forgot to ask you, but it's kind of important because
Yes.
I was talking to your mom.
Yeah.
What's your name?
Alyssa.
Important question.
You know,
yeah.
Just to get the ice broken early on, you know, I think that's pretty.
An important detail, yes. My name is Alyssa Gilliland.
And
that's okay. It's a family-owned business, so she's the main.
She's the main.
She's the head, you know. Yeah.
Well, we were having we got you right into the studio, and I started talking to you about how great the venue is and how much success you guys have had, and I completely forgot to ask for your name. But coming up this weekend, right?
Yep.
Is the second
tomorrow.
annual vendor Christmas market. Now this is incredible, guys. Listen to this: 20 vendors last year, and approximately 1,000 shoppers came through. Were you guys expecting that turnout?
No, we weren't actually. We kind of decided to do it like last minute, and we thought, well, we could try to do some kind of Christmas market. And so we just put some feelers out there on Facebook and tried to see if we could get enough people even signed up to be a vendor, and we did. And then again, we didn't really know what to expect for them and kind of their sales and everything. And we had a steady flow of people the entire time. We did it Friday night last year and all day Saturday. And I mean, it was just like constant. So all of our vendors thought it was amazing. They all did really well. And it was just a fun, Christmas thing to do.
It seems like they did pretty well at your event, huh?
Yes.
They were happy.
Yeah, they were happy, for sure.
Talk to us a little bit more. I'll ask you about the festivities going on this weekend, but let me ask you about the venue itself. I mean, this is a really beautiful place to go. I know you guys have bookings available where you can get married and just different other events. Talk to us about it.
Yeah, so the venue itself, our main thing is weddings, but we do rent out for other special events like birthday parties or anniversary parties, graduation parties, things like that. My parents bought the property at the end of 2019, and the barn was in pretty rough shape, as well as the farmhouse. So we started right away on rehabbing everything, and it actually kind of worked out because, as you know, 2020 was kind of a crazy year for everyone, right? And so since weddings were kind of being canceled anyways, it was kind of a good year for us to get ready to have weddings. And then our first wedding was actually the summer of 2020. We just had a small wedding, threw it together, really weren't quite ready, but it worked, and they had a fun time. And then we had one more in November of that year. And then last year we were booked up.
You were busy, huh?
Yeah, we were busy. Yeah, we've had 24 weddings since that first one.
Really?
Yeah.
That's incredible. And now, was this something you guys always wanted to kind of do?
Yeah, so everybody asks us that. It's kind of funny. So my mom loves red barns in general, old barns. So,
they are cool.
Yes, and so when the property came up for sale, my brother told her, hey, this property has this barn on it, would you be interested? And her and my dad kind of went back and forth like, we'll do it, we'll not do it, we'll do it. But it's just, knowing it's going to be a lot of work.
Right.
So they just weren't sure if they really had it in them to do it. So we're glad that they said yes. And it's been kind of a family affair and trying to get everything rehabbed and looking great. So yeah.
Well, and I got to ask you this, what was the biggest restoration project in that barn? Because I could only imagine you're walking in like it looks cool from the road and the pictures look cool, and then you're going in going, oh my God, what do we get ourselves into?
Yeah, it was a lot. The main thing is that you really couldn't. A lot of people. So we're located off Loggeman,
right?
Loggeman Lane, and so many people use that road to go out to 255. So people didn't really. First of all, they didn't know that there was a lake there,
right?
Because it was covered.
So you're the people I have to thank for seeing it, because I didn't know it either.
Yeah,
I drove by it and went, when the hell did that thing show up?
So the lake's there, and then it was just, there was a lot of overgrown trees and stuff right around the barn. So, but the main thing is there were holes in the sides of the walls. The floors were, they were okay, but we did end up replacing all of the floors. We tore down, when you first walk into the barn, there was like a second level. We tore all that down. And yeah, the side rooms were still ready for animals, really.
Right.
And so now there's new concrete floors in them and everything.
That is awesome. And I mean, it really is a beautiful venue. And let's circle back. So, and also, I mean, the cool thing about it is how many times you get to get married in a barn that's still standing from the 1800s.
Exactly.
I mean,
exactly. I mean, I think that's the main charming feature that we have, is that it's such a old rustic. I mean, we try to keep it with all of our renovations. We try to keep it as original as possible, because we don't want to lose that character that it has.
And let's circle back to the event that's coming up this weekend, the second annual Vendor Christmas Market. This is great. Vendors are including so many great ones: Vintage Feather, Honeycut Creek, Happy Mail by Lindsay. I mean, talk to us about some of these. How did you guys were these just friends of yours that kind of you were networking?
They're actually not really.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
See, that's what I was curious about.
Yes,
this is so neat.
Yeah. So we did reach out to people that we know last year and this year, and sometimes I would say like maybe a fourth of the people we knew prior. But no, it's just local people in the community who maybe have like a side gig or something they even do full time. And so just basically put the feelers out there on Facebook and got a ton of people who wanted to participate. And we do have, I would say probably maybe like 7 returning from last year.
Wow.
It's more wanted to, but the date didn't work out.
Right.
So, but everybody seemed to have a great time last year.
Well, now I wanted to ask you, it tells me to dress warm.
Yeah.
So is there a heater in this?
So there are heaters, but the barn is old, as we said, so it's not insulated.
Right.
And so, yeah, we're actually this morning before I got here, I was helping my dad and my mom trying to get as many heaters out there as we can and like just trying to cover all the holes and stuff.
Right.
And just, yeah. But yes, we always tell our vendors like dress warm, bring blankets and
hand warmers.
Yeah, exactly.
Bring
Hand
your own
warmers.
storage
Yes,
heater.
yes, yeah.
Well,
Yes.
let me ask you. So, take us through the day of the event. So, when people show up, what time does it start? What can people expect when they walk through the door?
Okay. So it starts tomorrow at 9, and we're going to be going from 9 to 4. So we actually changed our hours from last year because we're trying to do all daylight hours to kind of help with the cold weather. Yeah. And then Sunday is 12 to 4.
Really
and
cool.
So we have a big parking lot right out front of the barn, so you can just park, walk right in. And then we just have the vendors set up all throughout the barn. And we have 20 vendors this year. And we also have Big Daddy's Barbecue.
That is going to be fantastic. He does a great job.
Oh, it's so good. Yeah,
really
it's delicious. Yeah. So last year we tried to do the hot dogs and everything and was like, this is not our skill set.
Well, it takes a lot. I didn't realize that. We had to do that once for an event that I was putting on, and it's like, why does this take so long?
Yeah, it was like, we just thought, oh, sure, we'll provide some light snacks, and we're like, okay, yeah, no, this isn't for us.
That is fantastic.
So we want to be able to be around greeting everybody. So if you come out and you want to meet us, and maybe you're even interested in a wedding date, you can find us, and we'll show you around and give you some more details about getting scheduled.
Well, and by the way, guy, I mean, this is a really great thing. I'm looking here, and I was doing some research too, but I'm looking here. You're on 14 acres, my number one. But two, I mean, you guys have a really nice wedding package. I mean, this is a 3-day rental for setup, rehearsal, everything you need, the wedding and the reception.
Yeah.
And you don't have to drive anywhere.
Exactly.
I mean, come on.
Yes.
There was one time, I don't know how you feel about this. I don't go to very many weddings. I'm not a wedding guy.
Yeah.
Even though probably shouldn't say that, but I just, I get invited. So I went out to one, and it's like, wait, I got to drive here. Then I got to get in my car, drive here. And then I already had a drink. So now I got to Uber over to the other venue. This is too much work, but it's all in one place. This is great.
And it is nice because a lot of times between ceremony and reception, we have all this grassy area, and we have games that we rent out to our wedding parties, the yard games, so that it just creates a really fun, relaxed atmosphere. I would say like that's the main thing that people say who rent from us is just how laid back we are, and then also we just attract really laid back brides, which is awesome. And so it's always a lot of fun.
Absolutely. So, and if people are interested, how long does it normally take you guys to kind of set up that booking for the schedule? Does it take some time?
Not really. Basically, when people reach out to us, we try to get them toured within the next week or two, and then once they tour, if they like it, then they go ahead and give their deposit and sign our contract, and
that's
they're
it.
set.
You're
They're
done.
set.
Taken care of.
Yeah.
I love it. Anyway, a couple more questions for you. So, do you guys have? So, if you have the reception and then the wedding, and do you have different locations for where those are within the barn? Or
Yeah. So some people do ceremony and reception within the main area of the barn, and they just have their guests set up at the tables, and they kind of just walk through, and then we have an arbor inside the barn, and they do the ceremony right there. But we also have lakeside lakeside ceremony sites, which is beautiful.
That is cool.
Yeah. So if weather permitting, we
Right.
have a lot of brides who choose to do the lakeside. And then we've also had a few brides do it where the front of the barn is the backdrop.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So that's really pretty too.
That is really
So yeah, we have a couple different options for ceremony.
That's incredible. And one last time, give us the dates again, the details of the event this weekend, the second annual Christmas market. This is really cool, guys. I encourage you all to go out because I tell people, quit going to Amazon. Grandma's got the toaster. 8,000 people bought her that this year.
Yeah.
Go to the vendor fair and find some
And
local
we have
stuff.
a lot. Last year we have so many really unique gifts, items, and stuff. So yeah, so it's tomorrow from 9 to 4, and then Sunday from 12 to 4.
It's going to be a blast. I'm definitely going to have to swing out and say hi and see what I can put in my my shopping cart. Thank you so much for your time. Anything else I'm forgetting about?
No, I don't think so.
Awesome. It's 10:24 in the heart of the Riverbend. Luis Noya has been with the Blues this week and St. Louis City, and we're going to hear all about the week that was in sports right after this quick break in downtown Alton.
Once I got here to Lewis and Clark, I felt connected to this place.
It is about intellectual curiosity and people who want to work with faculty mentors and delve into these areas they're interested in.
And it gives the chance for students to develop a more full version of themselves.
Lewis and Clark for me is going to be the place that I found myself.
I just got a new air conditioner. Top of the line.
I bet mine's better. It's so efficient and quiet, I hardly know it's running.
I've got you both trumped. I've got a Linux.
So do I.
Barrett Heating and Cooling carries Linux products to meet any budget. Don't gamble with your energy dollars. Call Barrett Heating and Cooling and start saving today.
Lennox. Innovation never felt so good.
RiverBender Radio has built 3 great new stations just for you in the Riverbend. The Eagle, the Riverbend's classic rock station. The Bridge, hit music for the Riverbend. And The River, today's country, and all your favorites. Check them out today at RiverBender.com.
Not sure if you've noticed, but those advertised prices from the other dealers are just a bunch of blah, blah, blah. At Roberts Motors, the advertised price is the price you pay. And that, my friend, is great news for you. Don't fall for their so-called incentives that will leave you banging your head against the wall. Go with Roberts Motors. Prices you can trust and people you will like. That's the Roberts Motors way. And trust me, it's the way to go.
You won't find a better health club than Nautilus Fitness Center. More cardio, more free weights and equipment, more classes, a swimming pool, and more. If you're serious about your health and want to make a change, then stop thinking about it and visit Nautilus Fitness Center on Industrial Drive in Alton. Don't fall for the hype you get from the other health clubs. Nautilus is the Riverbend's premier health club. Has been for years and will be for years to come. Get to Nautilus Fitness Center and get started on a healthier new you.
Here we go. We're right back here, 10:26 in the heart of the Riverbend. Luis Noya is our sports correspondent joining us now. Luis, it's been a busy week for St. Louis sports.
It has been a busy week for St. Louis sports. A lot going on. The new soccer unveiled 2 days ago. Paul Goldschmidt won the National League MVP. For you guys wondering who won the AL MVP, it was Aaron Judge. So Paul Goldschmidt won that yesterday. So sports, St. Louis University sports are on fire. We can just go different directions. Where do you want to start here? I gotta give you what tickles your fancy. See, what tickles your fancy?
So I think what I want to start with is let's start off with the St. Louis City team and talk to us about how that game was. You were at the game and got to be in that press box. What's it looking like, and how did the team play?
Here's the thing. Let's start with the good. Stadium looks awesome. The atmosphere was great. It was expected that the team wasn't going to compete because, again, it was the City 2 team. Yes, about 8 or 9 of those players are going to be in the next in the MLS team next year, but it's still a developmental league. So if you saw at the end of the game, they had 5 teenagers playing at the end of the game. So that's good for the teenagers. They can just go to high school and say, what up? I played against Bayer Leverkusen, and the coach that was coaching Bayer Leverkusen is not only than Xavi Alonso from Spanish soccer fame. So it's a big time stuff. Now let's go with the little cons. Obviously, the cons with the public is parking. There's no parking, and that is the main concern going forward. St. Louis City is constructing a 500 space parking garage, but that will not help a lot. It's going to 500 space. There's a 22,000 seat stadium.
Right.
So 500 is just a mere percentage points, if that.
Well, and man, that is bad. That really is not efficient at all.
Yeah. Also, and let's go with my gripe. Nobody cares about the media. Nobody cares.
That's true.
But having said that, I get to the stadium. It's great. The atmosphere is great. It's cold. And I'm learning this new stadium too. So security guards, God bless them, they help me. And here's your seat. So it says press box, right?
Right.
And I open the door, and hello, it's outside.
Oh my God.
And I gave up around minute 70 and went inside.
I don't blame you. That is brutal.
But here's the thing. Fair. Normally they will not play games during cold temperatures. They will play their games in hot, humid temperatures. So it's like St. Louis, this is not Hawaii that's always 80 and nice.
Right. That's fantastic. Well, I hope you got to keep us filled in on how the press box wells go for you. We're moving pretty quick here because we got Macoupin Art Collective calling in just a couple of minutes. But take us through SLU men's soccer.
SLU men's soccer again. They defeated in overtime, the Memphis Tigers. You're saying, like, Luis, has SLU already defeated Memphis Tigers once this week? Yes. They played an unofficial 3-game series starting on Saturday with the women's first round. Memphis took that one 1-0. Then SLU defeated Memphis on men's basketball on Tuesday night. And then last night, SLU won the rubber match of the 3-game series against Memphis Tigers men's soccer. So SLU advances to play Indiana. Indiana SLU. It's basically, in the soccer world, it is Duke versus North Carolina. So it's a rivalry, a soccer rivalry. They play that game on Sunday. SLU goes to Indiana. SLU cannot host no more home games. So every game will be away going forward in the season and the soccer cup for the NCAA championship this year.
Well, and that's a good point.
Yes. So again, the crowd at SLU was not bad for being cold yesterday. I was there in attendance too.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, quick. The Blues, they're hot. They're back, baby. They're hot. They defeated the Capitals in a shootout. And they came from behind the shootout to win.
You gotta love it. You gotta love it.
You're gonna love it, and you're gonna hate it at the same time. Paul Goldschmidt is your National League MVP, as I said in the beginning.
Rightfully so.
Him, his stats and whatever, but also you say wow, because it was Paul Goldschmidt, Manny Machado, and then Nolan Arenado in third place. You got 2 of the top 3 MVP vote getters, and you're gonna get past the wild card round. That stinks.
Well, and like you said, you can't have you've said it, a month ago or 2 months ago, whenever they bowed out of the postseason. You can't have your MVP just go into one of the most historic slumps of his career.
And MVP 2 that was going later in the year. Now it's MVP 3. was in the same slump too. Both of your MVPs were slumping at the same time.
Without a doubt, and it's really great. The cool thing about it, we got about 2 minutes left, Luis. That Albert Pujols was on the call or on the screen with MLB to network, and then had that conversation with Paul Goldschmidt after seeing that he was announced the MVP. Kind of a great look, and it really just shows the camaraderie still between the two of the best, first basemen. Definitely Albert Pujols 10 times better, but having Paul Goldschmidt as a close third or fourth place for best first baseman in the last 20 years, I think it's a fair argument.
It is, and then Nolan Arenado show up in the same Zoom call after Albert Pujols, so it was great. Teamwork, and Albert Pujols is going to be in town, so let's just preview the weekend here too. The Munis are going to be this weekend at Stifel, so Albert Pujols is going to be honored with an award, and that's great. Albert Pujols is back in town. The Blues are back in town again. They're still in town. They face the Anaheim Ducks on Saturday. What else? SLU men's basketball starts their holiday tournament play.
Good.
Again, they play the Dirty Terps of Maryland. They play Maryland. And it's going to be, if they get this win, Maryland's not good for like Big Ten teams, but it's still Maryland. So if they get a win against a Big Ten team, it's going to be good for SLU.
Right.
Illinois faces Michigan on Saturday in a marquee game on ABC. Man, Illinois, if they can pull this off, they're going to basically bounce Michigan right off the college football playoff picture.
Right.
So let's see. I want chaos, so let's go Illinois. Mizzou faces New Mexico State at 6:30 p.m. in Mizzou. So in Tiger Field, so Rowe Field. And that's basically a lock for Mizzou. If Mizzou loses that game, it's just, they're 29-point favorites. So Mizzou should win their 5th game of the season. I know 6 is the magic number for a ball game, but 5 wins might do it for Mizzou this year.
And we'll see.
Yeah.
And if it happens, you know what? I think that's a pretty successful year after what they went through to start it off. Luis Noya is our sports correspondent here for Daily Show, and he's an asset that I love to have over in the Cardinals clubhouse, the Blues locker room, and now at the very airy press box at Centene whatever the hell you call that stadium.
City Park.
There you go. Anyway, Luis Noya, thank you for your time, man. We'll talk soon.
Thank you, CJ.
No problem. Thank you, Luis. We'll be back with more of our daily show right after this in downtown Alton.
When it comes to the C-Force line of ATVs, there truly is a seat for every behind. Whether you want to get started with the easy-to-ride C-Force 400 or ride with the big boys on the C-Force 800 XC, you'll find the right machine for you and your wallet.
Insurance agency, providing quality products with extremely competitive prices. As an independent provider, we source multiple companies to offer the best rates possible. Covering auto, home, business, and life insurance, our goal is to provide quality service that meets and exceeds customer expectations. You can rest easy knowing the Macias team is working round the clock to ensure that both you and the most important parts of your life are covered. Our qualified professionals make the insurance process easy so you can live carefree and focus on what matters most. Visit MaciasInsuranceAgency.com today to find out what our team can do for you.
You won't find a better health club than Nautilus Fitness Center. More cardio, more free weights and equipment, more classes, a swimming pool, and more. If you're serious about your health and want to make a change, then stop thinking about it and visit Nautilus Fitness Center on Industrial Drive in Alton. Don't fall for the hype you get from the other health clubs. Nautilus is the Riverbend's premier health club. Has been for years and will be for years to come. Get to Nautilus Fitness Center and get started on a healthier new you.
Are you in the market for new flooring? Look no further than Ed Eagles Discount Carpet. Ed Eagles has an enormous inventory of carpet, tile, vinyl, and hardwood with professionally trained carpet installers that will treat your project and home with the utmost respect. Lowe's and Home Depot can't even compare. Our discounted prices regularly beat out the big box stores. Stop by today to have your new flooring ready for the holiday season. Ed Eagles, quality carpet, tile, vinyl, and hardwood at discount prices, located on Humbert Road in Alton.
I just got a new air conditioner. top of the line.
I bet mine's better. It's so efficient and quiet, I hardly know it's running.
I've got you both trumped. I've got a Linux.
So do I.
Barrett Heating and Cooling carries Linux products to meet any budget. Don't gamble with your energy dollars. Call Barrett Heating and Cooling and start saving today.
Lennox. Innovation never felt so good.
For the biggest selection of pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs in the Riverbend, visit AltonToyota.com or stop by their location on the Homer Adams Parkway in Alton. Winner of the prestigious President's Award, Mungan Burkhardt Alton Toyota knows how to treat their customers, and they will help you find the vehicle that is perfect for you. For years, Mungan Toyota has been a fixture in the Riverbend, and now Mungan Burkhardt carries the tradition. New name, but the same great service you've come to expect.
Has free checking become a thing of the past? Not if Liberty has anything to say about it. With 3 free personal checking options and even a free business checking account, Free is alive and well at Liberty Bank, the local bank that gives you free checking choices and more cashing in your pocket. Bank locally, bank Liberty. For more information, visit www.bankliberty.com.
RiverBender Radio has built 3 great new stations just for you in the Riverbend. The Eagle, the Riverbend's classic rock station. The Bridge, hit music for the Riverbend. And The River, today's country, and all your favorites. Check them out today at RiverBender.com.
To be mad with anyone. It's not unusual to be sad with anyone. But if I ever find that you've changed at any time, it's not unusual to find that I'm in.
Here we go. It's 10:40 on this 18th day of November, the Friday that we all been looking forward to all week long. Marcella Cloud is the development director at the Macoupin Art Collective. Marcella, thank you for your time. Oh, do I got you? Oh, Marcella, could you hear me?
Oh, I can hear you
gotcha.
now.
I hit the wrong button. I'm sorry. Everything I
No
told you
worries.
for the prep did not work. You know,
That's all right.
Marcella,
We live on the fly.
That's right. That's why I love the live show. You know, instead of the taped one. She is the she is the development director of the Macoupin Art Collective, and you guys have a great organization. If you could, for some of us that are not very familiar with it, could you share just a brief little elevator overview of what the Macoupin Art Collective is?
Absolutely. We are, the Macoupin Art Collective is the MAC. We are art to all. We do classes, workshops, all kinds of things, anything art. So we do one-day classes, week-long classes, 6-week classes, kids, adults. We have no age limit. We have no experience requirements. We do pottery, stained glass, painting, you name it, we'll do a class on it. Anything art related we enjoy.
Well, and too, I mean, like I've been telling everyone, you know, Staunton really is just a hop, skip, and a throw right up the road from us. And I mean, it would be a great opportunity for all of us to see what you guys are about. You guys have great, you know, opportunities to really go check out, volunteer even. I mean, I just want to ask you right off the bat about Mary Maca Days and December 7th through the 11th, 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. Take us through what that is and how can we come and help you celebrate this?
Yeah, so we kind of shut down our studio space. We don't have any classes during that time, and we invite all of our artist friends to come and set up handmade. A lot of our friends are actually from like Edwardsville, Alton, St. Louis area. A lot of our friends are also instructors for us or former students who have become professional artists. They set up all of their handmade goods, pottery, jewelry, fused glass, fabric craft, and they take up our entire studio, and we help them sell their beautiful art. So that is set up, you already said, December 7th to the 11th, and we are here. We do ask that friends go onto our website, and make a reservation for a time to come in and shop, just because we're not a super huge space, and they're taking up wall-to-wall space for that.
Well, right, and that's a great thing, and it seems like this is a really neat way, to go and really just highlight and I don't know how you feel about this, Marcelo, but I feel like there's a local renaissance that we have here in our communities with the artistry scene. This is a great time to find something really good for somebody that you care about in the family. You don't have to go to a big box store and buy the pre-made thing. You can find something really special here.
Yeah, absolutely. So we try and be a kind of one-stop shop. So we've got already made gifts at that sale, and then we also do a ton of kids classes. We have Santa workshop classes where kids can come in and make gifts to give to the people that they care about. But then we also have classes that weird time between the holidays and when kids go back to school. So maybe that's a really cool experience you can give your kiddos while they're all home and you've all gotten hyped up on all that candy, and it's so much family time that you all need to go out and do something exciting.
Yes.
We've got a ton of classes for all our kiddos to do in that time. So we're happy to make them a little personalized gift card if that's what you're interested in. I know a lot of friends are looking for experiences when they're trying to spend money for this time of year too.
Right. And this is so cool. And another thing that you guys have that I'm just amazed by, I'm on your website. That's macart.org. That's macart.org, macart.org. And, there's so many great classes, too, on top of Mary Mac Days. This is really cool. I'm seeing, today even. There's so many classes just today, from if you guys, want to hurry, 12 to 3 p.m. you had a stained glass basics, thankful watercolor with Miss Ruthie, and then you have, that class 6 to 8 p.m. Sorry, two different things. That's really fantastic. And is that something you guys pride yourself on?
Yeah, we really do. We want to be a space that people feel, I always say that people feel like they can fail comfortably. We want you to come in and try something that you've always wanted to try and not expect to leave with something perfect. So we do have all these classes. We have, we call it one-shot wheel throwing. And I think what I hear from most people is, I've always wanted to try wheel throwing. I've always wanted to sit down on the pottery wheel. I hear that every single day, it seems like.
Mm-hmm.
So we have these classes that are a one-time class. It's 3 hours. And in that 3 hours, you're going to know if you love that or you hate that.
Right.
Because it is an acquired thing. So we invite friends to come and try it out. And maybe you find out that that's just not for you. That's not your jam. So don't sign up for a 6-week class if that's not what you're into. We don't want you to be miserable.
This is the worst 6 weeks of my life.
Right. I don't want you to feel that. I don't want you to come in and say, I'm so mad that I signed up for 6 weeks of this. Or even worse, just not come. That makes me sad.
That would.
So we have all these kind of stained glass basics. We have a million different patterns, and we're going to teach you the process of doing stained glass. So you get to pick out your pattern. You get to pick out if you want to make a little mountain scene or kind of a geometric shape or so on and so forth. Snowflakes have been very popular right now.
Mm-hmm.
You get to pick what you want to make, and we just kind of teach you the process of making it.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Well, and let me ask you this, because I have so many questions for you, because this is just incredible. I'm on your website, and I'm going through, and because I had it up, last night going through some things, and both yesterday night and this morning, there is one class in particular that it keeps just dragging my interest just right to it, and this is the Santa Cookie Plate Workshop. Take us through this. This is looking really cool. I actually might want to sign up for this one. This is fun.
We have so many of them. You should sign up. We have several daytime, nighttime, different offerings of that class. I love it, and I do this with my son, who's 5. Every year we make a new plate for Santa. So we decorate the plate that we leave the cookies out for, and every year we, put the date on it. But we go through the process of decorating a plate for Santa, and every year you can see a little bit of the difference of how from age 4 to age 5 your kiddo is changing, and you can look through those. And Christmas morning we eat our breakfast on the years past, and it's a little slice of tradition that we like to carry on. And I tell everybody that you should make that tradition. It's reasonably priced, and come hang out and make a cookie plate for Santa.
That is so cool. And have you had families continue that tradition, or is this has that been something you've experienced yet?
I mean, my family does it. I'm not really sure. I think so. I'm not always here for all of the classes, so I'll have to ask. We'll have to canvass the. We'll follow up with incomers. You. Yeah.
Well, take us through. So, how long have you been with the MAC, the Macoupin Art Collective?
So I was one of the original dreamers of the MAC.
Wow.
Brandis and I. Brandis is the executive director, who happens to be my cousin through marriage. Her and I kind of dreamed up this idea way back when.
That is incredible. And how has it been? I mean, this has been a pretty heck of a ride, I'd say. Myself. Take us through the years that you've been with the organization, and what maybe have been some of the highlights of being with with MAC.
Yeah, there is basically once a day I say, I can't believe this is my job.
I bet.
I think we've got a couple of things kind of still in the works and not finalized that will be really exciting for us to talk about. So you'll have to have me back in 6 to 8 months. We'll be excited to talk to you too. But this was a no dreaming year, so it's a maintenance year.
Okay. No, that's cool.
During the pandemic, there was a point when I sat across the table from Brandis, and I was very worried. We had closed our doors. We were not doing classes. We didn't know how to safely be around other people yet. It was very early. And she looked at me and said, I think we need to dream bigger. And that was terrifying. But we did. And we bought a bus, and we retrofitted it, and we filled it full of every kind of equipment you could ever imagine. And we're doing stained glass and pottery and all kinds of things. The St. Louis Cardinals bought us pottery wheels to go on the bus.
Wow.
And we saw... I had the exact number ready for you. We saw 3,865 students with our bus.
Wow.
This year.
This year? Oh, yep. My goodness. That's incredible.
Yeah, and that's little towns of Wilsonville, a town of 300, and Mount Olive, that's probably less than 1,000, and towns that don't have cool stuff that they get to be proud of. So that's what I get to do. That's the highlight, is that we get to roll into towns that might not have something exciting for kiddos, and we get to see 25 to 35 kids make some art.
That is just incredible. It really is, and that is so innovative too. Let me ask you. We have a couple of minutes left here. Let me ask you about the Mac Thrifter. Is that still a thing? I'm a thrifty guy myself. 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. Tuesday through Saturday.
Yes.
Awesome. Tell us about it.
We function on donations, so we'll always take any kind of donations from our community of craft materials. Mm-hmm. So we get all these kinds of donations, and first we fill our studio, and then we fill the bus and make sure that we have all the things we need to do all of our programming. to kind of keep our costs down, right? So we don't have to go out and buy all these materials to do all this programming. And then we make sure we have a little bit of back stock in our storage space, and we have a lovely network of educators that often are in need of things. And if you're an educator in the area and you need something, please let us know. We're happy to get you any materials that we might have that you might need. And then we have this tiny room that was not being used that used to be a porch in the back of our building, and we decided to turn it into a thrift store.
That is so cool.
Any of our extra material, we've already filled our workshop, we've already filled our bus, we've already made sure that we have a little bit of extra of whatever it is so that we can continue doing our mission. And then we want to make sure that the community has access to art. Our mission is art to all. And part of that barrier is the cost of materials and access to materials. So having this thrift store allows parents and guardians and friends to have a place where they can get, you know, whatever kind of craft materials might be exciting or might end up in there this week. They can come in and get it. It's pay as you can, and bring your own bag. And we just want everybody to have access to art.
Absolutely. And I am really going to have to come up your guys' way and check it out because this is really cool. The Macoupin Art Collective, Marcella Cloud is the development director for the MAC, the Macoupin Art Collective. Thank you so much for your time. Is there anything else? We got about 1 minute left that you'd like to share that I haven't hit on yet.
1 minute left. I have one more reason for you to come and visit. In January, we are doing a brand new event that we haven't talked about a whole bunch. We're doing a mug-a-thon, a 24-hour mug-making nod to a phone-a-thon from January 13th to 14th, 2 p.m. to 2 p.m. We will be in our studio for 24 hours straight, making mugs in every fashion we can, and hope to work with other organizations in the area to help them raise some funds, help us raise some funds. So if you need a good excuse, I'm sure that like the 2 a.m. shift will be available. If you need to come visit, we're happy to have you. And I think that that's also on our website somewhere. But
that is fantastic. I mean, that really is. And I'm so glad that you took the time out today to be on the show. And Marcella Cloud, thank you so much for hanging out with me. And I'll definitely have to come up and check you out. Anytime you have something going on you want to promote, you give me a call, okay?
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me.
No problem. 10:56. We're going to take a very quick break and come right back to wrap up this bad boy in the week that was in downtown Alton.
If you like to get out and go with a friend riding shotgun, the Z-Force line of sports side-by-sides are the perfect machines for you. Whether exploring the backcountry or racing down the trails, these beasts flat out give you more without having to pay for more. Life's too short to stay home.
Are you in the market for new flooring? Look no further than Ed Eagles Discount Carpet. Ed Eagles has an enormous inventory of carpet, tile, vinyl, and hardwood with professionally trained carpet installers that will treat your project and home with the utmost respect. Lowe's and Home Depot can't even compare. Our discounted prices regularly beat out the big box stores. Stop by today to have your new flooring ready for the holiday season. Ed Eagles, quality carpet, tile, vinyl, and hardwood at discount prices, located on Humbert Road in Alton.
Macias Insurance Agency, providing quality products with extremely competitive prices. As an independent provider, we source multiple companies to offer the best rates possible. Covering auto, home, business, and life insurance, our goal is to provide quality service that meets and exceeds customer expectations. You can rest easy knowing the Macias team is working round the clock to ensure that both you and the most important parts of your life are covered. Our qualified professionals make the insurance process easy so you can live carefree and focus on what matters most. Visit MaciasInsuranceAgency.com today to find out what our team can do for you.
I just got a new air conditioner. Top of the line.
I bet mine's better. It's so efficient and quiet, I hardly know it's running.
I've got you both trumped. I've got a Linux.
So do I. Barrett Heating and Cooling carries Linux products to meet any budget. Don't gamble with your energy dollars. Call Barrett Heating and Cooling and start saving today.
Lennox. Innovation never felt so good.
Once I got here to Lewis and Clark, I felt connected to this place.
It is about intellectual curiosity and people who want to work with faculty mentors and delve into these areas they're interested in.
And it gives the chance for students to develop a more full version of themselves.
Lewis and Clark for me is going to be the place that I found myself.
Here we go, 10:58, a little bit of change, and really want to thank you guys for hanging out with me today. It's been a great show, and we had a bunch of great guests: Macoupin Art Collective, Alton Athletic Association, and Tall Oak Barn Venue for this weekend's winter market out there. And hey, wanted to tell you guys that All Aboard Santa's Chocolate Express in Grafton is back. The popular event returns Saturday the 3rd. Mary was on the show to promote it with me a couple weeks back. All participants will receive a starter bag of chocolate at registration at the at the Grafton Visitor Center from 10:30 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. That's all I have left to say because we are out of time. Time for me to tell you to have a great weekend. What a great week of shows. We're developing, we're growing, and it's all because of you joining me and hanging out with me. It's 10:59 in downtown Alton. When I'll see you on Monday, it'll be 9 o'clock on the dot. So on that note, have a great weekend and try your best to stay out of jail.